Alright, hello and welcome to the Firefly Gaming Cluster. So, my name is Slyric and I'm just going to give you a brief overview of some of the features and changes that are on this server. I'm going to cover Discord. The link is going to be in the description. You're definitely going to want to join that because that is where you're going to be able to find most of your information. I'm going to have a lot of information in this video, but when you're ready to look the stuff up yourself, that's where you're going to go find it. All right, I'm going to cover the rates, the mods that are used on this server, and some of the plugins and functionality of that. Then I'm also going to give you a heads up on some cool changes to mods and engrams that you'll need to know. Also, breeding here is kind of special, so I'll talk about that for just a second. Also, why I've had a chainsaw out this whole time, I don't know. Actually, I was shredding up some tech parasaurs for electronics and stuff. Anyway, it's not important. All right, this is the Firefly Gaming Discord server. When you first get here, you're going to want to go to the rules, make sure you agree to all the rules, follow the prompts. Once you've done all that, it'll give you access to the channels that are on your left. The most important one that I want to show to you guys is the quick links. When you go to the quick links, you're going to be able to go to all the other places that you're really going to want to check out, such as connection info. If you click on connection info, it's going to have a link right here. Once you get here to the mod list, make sure that you're signed into your Steam account, and then go down and make sure that you have checked all of the different mods so that you can be signed up for those. They'll download it to your game, and then you'll be able to join the cluster and use all the mods. So I'm not really sure how I want to discuss all the mods we're using, so we're just going to go for it. One of the mods they have is the Center Reborn, which makes things look a little nicer. It's eventually going to add some more creatures, stuff like that. Then he's got lots of various different things that are mainly so that he can do his dev stuff. You know what I mean? We also have no untamables, so you can tame everything. If you've always wanted to have a jug bug, you can tame one. We've got additional aberrant dinos, so there'll be, you know, I'm not 100% sure on everyone that's included, but I think you can get like aberrant thylacoleos, aberrant brontos, just stuff. More aberrant dinos. You can click on it and look into it further. Kraken's better dinos. It causes changes to a lot of the dinos that are in the game, making them stronger in most cases, making them cooler in most cases. You've got shiny dinos, which is freaking amazing. It allows you to, every once in a while, a rare shiny dino will pop up. Think about it like Pokemon shinies. It'll say like a shiny brontosaurus popped up. It'll give you a somewhat close location on where it's going to be. So you'll go to that location, you'll find the big pretty shiny dino. It'll have a special color generally. Sometimes they'll have special abilities. For example, I caught a frozen parasaur that acts as a refrigerator. Everything I put inside of it, the spoil timer is greatly increased. You got dino storage, which is just 100 times better than cryopods. It's just amazing. Then we got a bunch of decoration stuff, lighting stuff. We have awesome teleporters. That one's really cool. Sheep grinder to reduce lag when instead of taking a chainsaw to a sheep, you can use this. We got some vegetation planters, which I haven't used at all, but I have seen some of these really cool plants and stuff that other people have out on the map. Never used the auction house yet, but it's so that you can, you know, trade with people and stuff. It's cool. The clean metal and glass is cool. Being able to put skins on your tech is cool. Awesome spyglass is amazing. Just get it. Just make one. Just start using it. You'll see. It's amazing. Crafting potion. This allows you to put all of your points into crafting, and then after a brief amount of time, it'll revert, and all your points will be put back where they were. Extra quality of life items. I believe he has this just so he can put some stuff in the store that you can grab. That are really cool, you know. Appetizer, this will make dinos hungry while you're trying to tame them so that you can tame them faster. So that 5 times taming speed is actually faster. And then, you know, just a bunch of other cool stuff, just like speed potion, making earthquakes a little bit better. They added the Cabalist map. Yeah, it's just a bunch of different stuff. I don't use all of it, so I really can't go into great detail about all of it, but there it is. There you go. Anywho, let's go back to what we were talking about. Also, after you look over all the mods and stuff, it will show you how to add, or how to get to the servers. So anyway, if you come down here, you're going to see all these little links. This is what you need to put into your Steam favorites to add the servers to your favorites. So let me give you an example. I don't currently have Aberration in my favorites, so I'll show you how it's done. You'll double click, triple click, whatever, to highlight it, right click, copy. Now you have that copy. You go to Steam. All right, then once you're in Steam, you're going to want to go to View, and then come down to Game Servers, click on Game Servers, make sure that the Favorites tab is clicked, and then hit this plus sign. Once you hit the plus sign, you're going to right click and paste the address that you copied. Hit OK. Boom pow, now Firefly Gaming Aberration is in my favorites. Now it is, because I did that. So it's not too complicated, it's not too hard. But that's what you're going to want to do, because the search function in Steam Arc is terrible. Like, if you just go to, you know, unofficial servers and you type in Firefly Gaming, you're never going to find the servers that way. You need to get it from the Discord, and you need to copy it into your favorites, like so. So there you go. This is where you'll get all those addresses. It's in the connection info. Now, if we go back to Quick Links, where is it? All right. Now, if you go back to Quick Links, bam, you'll also be able to look at stuff like settings information. Under the settings information, it'll tell you various different things that are going on the server. For example, there's an egg wipe every day at 4:45 a.m. That means all of your wyvern eggs and stuff like that will be wiped out so that new ones can spawn every day. There's a dino wipe at 5 in the morning every day, so it keeps everything fresh, right? One thing to note about that is the egg wipe does give you a 5-minute warning that it's going to happen, because, like, let's say you have a Parasaur egg next to a bunch of standing torches and it's hatching, you better pick it up or it's going to get hit with that egg wipe and it's going to disappear. But anyway, I'm not going to go over every single specific setting in here because there's a bunch. But like I said, if you go to Quick Links and then go to Arc Settings, you'll be able to read all of this for yourself. It really specifies everything. So some of the stuff that I am going to go over is the XP multiplier is 1. The per level stats, basically stamina is 1.25. So when you put a point into stamina, instead of getting 10, you're going to get 12.5. Same with oxygen, you're going to get 12.5. Food, you're going to get 12.5 instead of 10, right? Then when you go to weight, it's a little bit higher. You're going to get 17.5 instead of 10. So it's slightly buffed, but not crazy. Super awesome, right? On non-canon maps, you'll be able to fly in caves. So I believe that's mainly going to be for like your Asgard and stuff like that. Harvest rates are 3 times for most resources. For plant resources, it's only 1.5 times. And this is after the wild card changes that they made in the past, where they doubled things. All right, maximum player level is 180, so you'll be able to get to the max level if you run around and do all the ascension bosses and stuff like that. Maximum dinosaur levels, 300. 324 if it's a tech dino, 380 if it's a drake or a wyvern. So anyway, like I said, I'm not going to go through all of this because it'd take way too long. But again, if you just go to Quick Links and then go to Arc Server Settings, you'll be able to see all this. How fast the day and night cycle is, all that kind of stuff. You can also use the Quick Links to just go straight to mod info. So you'll again get that link to go get all the mods and subscribe to them. It's just like a little better looking than going through all the connection info and finding it there. And you'll also have various information about those mods under this tab that'll tell you, like, press Alt-Z if you want to zoom. You're using your awesome spyglass. Hit Alt-S if you want to pull up the settings and change some things. all that kind of stuff. Shiny dinos, there's some information on that. So again, basically you're going to want to go to the Discord for everything because all the answers are there. You just need to go find them. And most of them are under quick links right here. All right, let's move on. Let's show you some stuff in game that you're going to need to know. Let's go ahead and put up this chainsaw. What? Okay. Also, this cluster this cluster has various different plugins which will let you type in little commands that'll help you out. For example, there's an upload command. When you hit enter and then hit upload, it's going to take, oh, I misspelled that. Anyway, it's going to take everything on you and upload it to the servers. You're going to want to use this whenever you're about to change maps. So you upload everything, right? Then you click that you want to transfer maps. Once you get to the other map, you will download, and then it'll give you all your stuff back. This helps prevent buffer overflow problems that can cause you to lose things while you're transferring back and forth. Also, on this particular cluster, Bulk Biceps, the guy who's running the whole thing, he is using his own machines. This is not on Nitrado, it's not on G-Portal, anything like that. He has his own dedicated machines that he's running all these servers on. So, some things have to be done slightly different to make them more efficient and work better. As far as plugins go, the main plugin that I really enjoy is Cross-Server Chat. If you press enter, you'll see that I can see what this guy over here on the island is saying, even though I am playing on Lost Island. And if I say something in chat, they'll be able to see it over on their server. So it doesn't matter what server you're playing on, you're going to be able to see what the other people are chatting about, and that helps with the sense of community, and I think that's pretty awesome. I think that it's cool that you can be on whatever server you feel like playing on and still feel like part of the group. So that's awesome. They also have a bunch of slash commands that you can use, so let's go look at those. Alright, so if you go over to the Discord again and you click on quick links and then you click on in-game commands, you'll be able to see all the different slash abilities that you can do. I believe you have to link your account first for this stuff to work. I know some of them work automatically, like the upload and download, that just works. But this is where you'll see all that stuff. Some of them cost points that you get by being logged in the game, by doing quests. There's daily and weekly quests, stuff like that. Some of them you need to be a subscriber, and there are various different tiers of subscribing. Yeah, but anyway, if you go to quick links and then in-game commands, you'll be able to find all of these slash commands. You can read over this at your leisure because there are a lot of them. Like, you can use them to like regender your dino, stuff like that. Anyway, there's a lot of them. Let's talk about the shop. So if you are not in the chat bar like I am and you press F2, it'll pull the shop up and you can get all kinds of things. You can get like, say, a speed potion or some basic kibble, or there's just a huge list of all kinds of different things you can get. Some things you have to buy on the web store to be able to get them, but then you can claim them in here. Another thing you can do, especially when you very first start, if you go over to stash, you're going to have a tools kit, and you're also going to have a starter kit, and you just click on it, hit redeem. I'm going to do that with tools so that I can show you what happens. You hit redeem, boom, pow. I don't have any more. It's gone. It's not in my stash anymore. But if I go to my inventory, you'll see down here at the bottom, you can see that I got a metal hatchet, a metal pick, and a metal sickle. You'll also have available when you first start, I already collected mine a while ago, you'll have a starter kit. And that's going to have a Pelagornis and a Doedicurus and like reusable bolo and some other cool things. It's super great. I suggest you grab it. And that's all I got on the shop. All right, let's talk about some of the cool changes that are on this server. This is the stuff that makes it fun for me because he's modified some things, and even though I've been playing Ark since beta, I don't know everything anymore. I had to figure some stuff out. So, let's go over some basic things. Number one, electronics, right? You can make electronics in the fabricator, the CM fabricator, but check this out. The recipe's been changed. It's not just silica pearls and metal. If you'll notice, it also includes copper and silver. So that's something to be aware of. First time you go to make electronics, you'll be like, what? What's going on? Let me see, somewhere over here on my island, I have a silver node or two. Oh no, my wife grabbed those. Never mind. Wanted to show you what they look like. I'll bring it back when I find one. Okay, welcome back everybody. It took a second, but this right here is a silver node. You'll find these out in the wild. You'll also find copper and gold nodes. I don't know if there's anything past that, but I know these are in there. And when you whack at it with a pick, you'll get you some silver ore, and you'll get you some metal. If it's a gold node, you'll get gold and metal. If it's a copper node, you get copper and metal. Anyway, that's that. Let's head on back to base. All right, welcome back to the base, everybody. Let's give you a couple other little changes to recipes. Here you go. You got gunpowder. All right, as you can see, normally gunpowder needs spark powder and charcoal, but here you're going to need charcoal, spoiled meat, sulfur, and thatch. Haha, so that's a change. And was a shock the first time I found it, but hey, I knew where some sulfur was. I went and got it. Boom pow, Bob's your uncle. Now, other things you're going to notice, for example, yeah, a lot of the levels for some of these engrams have been changed to make them more balanced. For example, you'll see soul balls. You don't get soul balls at level 1, you get them at level 8, which is not too bad, right? You'll also notice that the recipe has been changed. It now is crystal and electronics. And like we said before, electronics need silver and copper. So it's going to take you a little bit to make soul balls. They're not just going to come all snappy and quick as you may be used to. Another change, for example, is the Andrewsarchus saddle. It is normally at level 74. Here, it's at level 94. So it's going to take a while. As you can tell, I'm not 94 yet. So it's going to take a while before I can get that. But these kind of changes, I think, are really cool. I think they're good for balancing. I think they're awesome. Now, another thing you're going to want to know about the engrams is they're not all where they normally are. Again, you can go to Discord, you can go to Quick Links, you can go to server settings, and you can find the information on where all the stuff is. But I'll give you just a brief little look around. In the Settlers table of Castle Keeps and Forts Remastered, you're going to find all of the versions. They're all in the Settlers table. You move them all over, right? So that's where they all are. If you're having trouble finding them, you're like, what the heck? That's where they are. Also, wood, adobe, and stone structures are all in the S Plus crafting table. Here's all your stone structures, wood structures, and adobe. Boom pow. So he kind of moved them over here where you can find them all. So then all of your like RR Deco things, they are going to be found over here in the fabricator. Like you'll be able to find, let's say, the blender. The blender will be here. Boom pow. And it acts as a chem bench. It's nice and small and it's cool. But of course he changed the level to 90, so you're not going to be getting it like hella early. You're going to actually have to wait even past when you would normally get a chem bench, but you're going to get a really cool one. These are the kind of changes and stuff that are being made for balance. There's my wife, she's asleep. How anybody can sleep like that, I have no idea. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Some of the engram recipes have been changed, and also what level you get them at has been changed, and in what crafting bench you're going to find them has been changed. Again, Discord, Quick Links, server settings, you can get that information. Let's talk breeding. breeding on this server is at vanilla rates, okay? Stop, don't get scared. That's just if you're breeding them out in the open, like outside of soul balls, not in a container. If you put them in containers, which greatly reduces lag and server strain, then you'll be able to breed much quicker. Let's show you how that's done. So we're going to go over here to my little breeding station. I'm sure people have much better ones than this, but this is my little slice of heaven. Anywho, in the propagator, if you put your dinos in cryopods, you can breed them in here at the cost of just some element dust. And if you look, for example, this female direwolf has 1 hour and 20 minutes before it can breed again. If you had it outside of this thing, it's like a day and a half before it can breed again. But if you use the propagator, keep it out of the open world, it will breed much faster and it will be available to breed again much faster. All right, let's go check out the incubator. Oops. Let's check out the incubator. Let's take, for example, these tech parasaur eggs. A tech parasaur egg, if you have it laying on the ground and you're hatching it with like standing torches or something, it's going to take like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. If you hatch it in this here incubator, it's going to take 15 minutes. Much, much faster. And then finally, if you put your dino in a soul ball, it will grow up, I think, 10 times faster, and it will be fully imprinted. And you can use one of these terminals for storage. You don't need to. If it's in a soul ball, in your pocket, in your smithy, in a storage box, it will still grow 10 times faster and be imprinted. But this is convenient for putting things up. Also, if you hatch things here, you can have the terminal set to auto pick it up. Did you hear that pretty sound? That was already set. Oop, turned way too hard. That was already sent right over here to the soul terminal. Neato. So that's how that works. For example, I'll just go and hatch all of these. You can hear that pretty sound. They are all being grabbed by my soul terminal, and they are put away and out of the way, and they are growing up 10 times faster, and they are being imprinted. So I think that is the major things to be covered for anybody who's new here. For anybody who's like, what's going on with this cluster? I'm so confused. This should clear up most of it. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask in Discord. You can ask me and I'll get the answer from Discord if I don't already know it. There you go. I hope you guys have a fun time. I know I'm really enjoying this cluster, and I hope to see you in game. I'm on Lost Island. It's the best.